Hello everyone and welcome to the Tesla with the highest range. This is the Tesla Model 3 long range rear wheel drive. This video is brought to you by a better route planner, the route planner for EVs. Hundreds of cars are supported. Choose your configuration, plan your route with the charging network that you want to prefer or charging networks that you want to avoid. If you're a premium member, you can use real-time weather forecast and traffic information, and you can also use a better route planner in your car with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Use the link in the description to support the channel and use a Better Route Planner Premium for 30 days for free. If you like this video, it would really help me out if you give it a thumbs up, and maybe you want to subscribe so you don't miss another video. This car has a 79 kWh battery. WLTP range is 750 kilometers. Amazing. We have rear wheel drive with 230 kilowatt, that's 320 horsepower. Charging AC with 11 kilowatt, DC at a supercharger, a peak of 250 kilowatt. The top speed is 200 kilometers. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour takes 5.2 seconds. I've driven a Tesla Model 3 Highland before, but this was I think over a year ago, and they changed a few things. The stock for the indicator is back, the same as in the new Model Y Juniper. So no buttons on the steering wheel for the indicator. You still have light and wipers as a button, and voice command, and of course your dash cam, and then you can set on the left you can set the volume and next previous song. When you press long, you have a favorite that you can put in. On the right, when you press the button, you have your cruise control or autopilot on, and then you can change the distance and the speed in here as well. Starting the car is the easiest ever. You just press the brake, and then you get here, you get your gear. Up is drive, so forward, and down is reverse, and then you just go, and that is pretty easy. You just put it into gear, and then when you don't want your speed limit warning, you can just press here and it's nicely done. But if you don't want lane assist or driver attention warning, that is a bit more complicated. You have to go into the settings. For the lane assist, you have to go into autopilot and then turn this off. And if you don't want the driver attention warning, you have to go all the way down here and turn it off here under safety. In reverse, when you have your backup camera, you see the reversing camera then on the left and on the right, and then you don't have a 360-degree camera. You have more a little overview if you are close to something with different colors. So red is extremely close, and then yellow, orange is a bit of distance, and blue is oh my god, and black you have all the space in the world. When you're driving, you see here your state of charge, and when you press on it, you see your range. But I don't think this is an estimated range. This is more you have a lot of range. So a base number that they show at 77%, for example. What I've noticed right away with this new model, Tesla is always improving and changing their cars the whole time. So it's possible you buy a car today and then a month later the car is totally different in many things, many ways. And this, they have, I think they have changed the suspension because it's a bit more comfortable. The same as the new Model Y Juniper is. It's more comfortable, but it's still a sporty drive, and it's still a bit bumpy. It's not Mini Cooper level bumpy like this. On a highway, on a good highway, it's great. On a normal highway, it's still good. On a bad highway, and when you go over a few bumps, you just feel the sportiness. On a country road, for example, and that's just what you need to know. It's a bit more sporty. The same for the steering. It's still extremely direct, a tiny movement, and you move a lot. Very sporty. You can put it in different strengths for the steering. It can be light, standard, or sport, or heavy. That's good, but this is all how you want to drive. But overall, it's like it's still a really sporty drive. The power feels really good, but this is the first Tesla I'm in where the power is not extreme. So even a normal all-wheel drive, so dual motor Model 3, when you floor it, that's a lot of power. Here it's still great, but it feels almost like a normal electric car, and that's new for me. Interesting, but also nice. Cruise control and autopilot steering assist. So it's still the same. It reacts the same way, and you have the exact same controls. So when you're driving, you can change in the infotainment system if you want just cruise control or autopilot, but only once. So when autopilot is on and you put it into only cruise control, you cannot activate autopilot. You have to stop, put the car into park, then you can do that. When you have autopilot on, you just press the button here and it takes the speed that you're driving. In the infotainment system, you can set it to the current speed or the speed limit that it recognizes, plus minus a special number. The distance you do when you press sideways, you have 2 to 7. And then when you want the autopilot or cruise control off, you just press again and it's off. But then when you want to resume, that doesn't exist. So you have to set the speed again. If you use the speed limit plus the 7, for example, or whatever number you want, then of course you get it again. But if you don't want automatic speed limit changes for the cruise control, you can't use that then. And how the autopilot works is also still the same, just with cameras. It steers a bit weird sometimes when you're on a highway and there are no lines for a few meters because they fixed something. It freaks out and steers in total weird ways. When you steer against it a bit too much, when it's too much to the left or to the right for your taste and you want to steer against it, it turns it off. Doesn't like that at all. You still with cruise control have phantom braking, where it thinks it has to brake. There is something, but there isn't something. That happens a lot when you go under a bridge, or when a truck is coming towards you, or when you are in a corner and the truck is on the other lane where it thinks it is on your lane. Stuff like this, it happens, and sometimes they can be a bit uncomfortable. And if you want to know what's happening behind the scenes, I started vlogging on my third channel, Behind the Battery. So everything that happens around the car, or if I get new info about something, really awesome. Subscribe and watch. Then it's time to accelerate. Tesla says 5.2 seconds. We have 18-inch winter tires on, 235s, and we are at around 74%. So we'll see what acceleration we get. The turning circle is not amazing, but it's also not horrible. I get to 5.43 seconds. That's still amazing. Then it's time for the highways. See how the loudness level is of the car, and then also how it handles, and when we drive a bit of a higher speed as well. 130, and I noticed this already in my range test. It really got quieter in here. They did really well with isolating this car when it comes to noise. Really nice. I won't be driving higher speeds today because of this incredibly strong fog. I'm not doing this today, but I will make an extra video how the car is at higher speeds. And if you want to support the channel, you can do that here on YouTube via channel membership, and you get something for it. You get early access to every video when I upload it right away. Members can watch it, and also if something very, very important is happening, you get to be informed first. The Tesla Model 3 long range rear-wheel drive. Great car, great app, great software. Still the same things that it always had. It's still a sporty car. The steering is still very direct. The autopilot lacks a lot of things that I would like. I don't feel very safe with it. Overall, like I said, it's more of a sporty car. The acceleration is great, but for a Tesla, not impressive. But that's okay. You get extreme range Really great consumption, it's amazing. If you want to follow me on Instagram, BatteryLife1, but that's it for me. Thank you much for watching, have a great day and take care. Bye!